When used properly, plyometrics can be a badass way for you to build devastating levels of speed and explosiveness and look pretty damn sweet in the process as well. Stay with me, I'm going to show you my 5 favorite lower body plyometrics as well as everything you need to know in order to program them properly for the badass gains you could be getting with them. What's up, meatheads? Coach MANdler here, Team Swole Patrol. Given the fact that this channel is 100% about training that will help you build your physique and match that physique up with some serious ass-kicking capabilities, I want to talk about plyometrics today. Plyometrics are, if you're not aware of what they are, a fantastic tool that you can add into your training that will help build more of that rate of force development that will increase your overall power output. Okay, so the way it breaks down is that, whenever we train for maximal strength, we increase the amount of force we can apply into the ground or into whatever object we are lifting. When you match that with the ability to increase the rate at which you produce all that force, like when we are doing dynamic effort work or when we're doing plyometrics like you're going to see today, it's going to make you freakishly athletic and just devastatingly powerful, okay? If you can produce a lot of force with a lot of speed, you're going to be an absolute savage. Now, in order to maximize the benefits that we can be getting from these powerful exercises, we first need to know what a plyometric exercise is and what a plyometric exercise isn't. What a plyometric exercise is a 3-phase explosive movement that will produce maximum amount of force with maximum amounts of velocity. All right, those 3 phases are going to be the loading phase, which is the eccentric portion of the exercise, the amortization phase, which is going to be that transition from the loading into the explosive concentric portion of the exercise. So you have your eccentric, your amortization, and your concentric. All right, that amortization phase is what really makes it that powerful plyometric based movement, because that's when we're producing that strong stretch shortening cycle, that strong stretch reflex that allows for us to take full advantage of the real power of this exercise. All right, now that we know what plyometrics are, let's now discuss what they're not. First off, they're not best utilized as a tool for conditioning. This is something that CrossFit has made really popular and has completely bastardized the use of plyometrics. And I don't want to pick on CrossFit, but the notion that these exercises, which are best utilized as a tool for increasing the rate at which you produce maximal amounts of force, is to be done with extremely high volume, is completely counterintuitive to the real use of this exercise. All right? The plyometrics are going to be very demanding on your nervous system. And because that's the case, we want to make sure that they're front loaded in your workout. Typically, I throw them in right before my core lift, whether that core lift is going to be repetitive based for hypertrophy, max effort based for increasing the maximum amount of force that I can produce, or dynamic effort so that I can further increase the rate at which I produce maximal force. But regardless, it's always in the beginning when my nervous system is fresh, and it's always done with low volume. So I'd say nothing more than probably 20 to 25 total reps of whatever plyometric exercise that you choose to do. That is not conditioning. That is a tool for increasing the rate at which you can produce maximal amounts of force. That's the use for plyometrics, not conditioning, increasing explosiveness. They're 2 completely different ends of the spectrum with your training, so make sure you front load them and make sure the volume is low. That is the number 1 tip I can give you. And secondly, it is not an exclusive means for increasing overall power output. Yes, you will take whatever amount of force you can apply right now and produce that force at greater speeds when you introduce more plyometrics into your training, but unless you match it with exercise that will increase maximal amount of force that you can produce, meaning increasing your back squat, increasing your deadlift, increasing your bench press or overhead press, it's not going to have the same effect. So in order to take full advantage of plyometrics, match them up with the goal of increasing how much force you can produce too. This matching up of increased force with increased rate at which you produce that makes you a dangerous motherfucker. Now, without further ado, let's get to my 5 favorite lower body plyometric moves. Throw them in a low volume manner right after your dynamic warm-up and before your squat or your deadlifts, and I can guarantee you, you're going to start becoming that explosive ass-kicking machine that you want to be. Hey dude, hopefully you dig that video, learned a thing or two about plyometrics and what it takes to properly program them in for the real benefit they can bring to the table. If you do want to learn more about what it takes to not only look like a beast, but be able to perform like one too, that performance bodybuilding mold of training, then do yourself a favor right now and pick up your free copy of the muscle building blueprint that I put together for you by clicking on this button right here, or if you're on your cell phone or tablet, clicking on the first link that you see down there in the description box. Once you go over to that page that it sends you to, simply read through every free module you're getting and how it's going to impact your training, and then if you decide it's for you, simply enter your email address in the box provided and I'll email it to you completely free of charge. Very powerful tool that will definitely put you on the right track to training for performance and aesthetics so that you can look and perform like an absolute ass-kicking machine. Trust me, you'll want this if that's your goal. And of course, before you leave, also make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss out on any of the kick-ass tips and routines that I'm going to be hooking you up with here in the future. Appreciate your time, guys. Have a good one. MANdler out.